Do what?
I said we can swap, right?
Hey guys, new video coming out really soon, Over the Top Water War. So follow us on Twitch, and subscribe over on YouTube.
Fucking know it.
Fucking love that video.
So much history, so much,
So good.
so much everything.
That was a good day.
Yes,
It was a good
yes, it
day
was.
that wasn't even imaginated. I think we just kind of made it up as it went.
Yeah, there wasn't
yeah.
nothing scripted. It was all fucking ram.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a fun day to be a man that day. fucking ate good, had some nice drinks, and then we had some water balloon fun. Fucking like I was watching the video and like straight up Brian looked like a fucking like an extra in a Japanese monastery movie with the black pants. The full
You know,
Oh, shit.
it's always been a lifelong dream of mine to become a Tibetan monk and learn how to set myself on fire.
nice.
That's-
That's gonna be later on in life because I'm a wreck right now. I'm pretty sure they kick me out.
I don't know. They like Rex. Oh, you might.
They'll
That might
humble
be
your
your.
ass,
That might
brother.
be your way in.
They'll humble
maybe.
your ass.
That might be your way in. So,
What's
I guess
up?
I'm gonna be. What's going on, guys?
Who's out there?
Andrew,
Who is out there?
what's up, Andrew? I'm sorry we're late. We always late.
What
Over
do
the
you
top
think,
lady.
Andrew? What do you think, man? What do you think of the question?
What do you think of the question, Andrew? Self-stimulation, curse or cure? Self-stimulation. It's such a broad question too, because like there's so many ways you can self-stimulate. I mean, there's so many ways you
That's
can
true.
take that question. I like it. I like it. So, very good, very good. This is your boy Mo Diggs with Over the Top, man. We got the director Mark Morales here. We got After Harley. We got Bello Jello
Yo.
from Illinois. Drinking a nice cold beverage in the cold. What you drinking?
Stuff.
I feel like that stuff is not the kind of stuff you should be drinking.
It's not.
It's Pepsi.
Actually, it's not.
Just saying.
He's
It looked
drinking.
like a
Coke
Fago.
product.
He's looking at. Like he's
It look-
drinking.
it look-
I am actually drinking a Coke product, sir.
Was it a Barks? Really?
Oh, dang.
I didn't even
It's
know
like-
Pib made a zero.
Say something.
It's spicy cherry soda. What's up?
Show
No one
show
hear
the
me?
can real quick. And say something at the same time.
If you don't drink Pib, fuck you.
Oh shit! It's Pib Zero. Oh shit. Okay.
I didn't even know Mr. Pib
Where
made a
did you
zero.
get that? Because
Yeah.
I'm kind of curious.
He got it in Illinois,
Walmart has it.
obviously.
Okay, that says a lot.
He got it in Illinois.
Walmart has it.
That's it.
Target, I think
Our-
Target has it.
Yeah, we don't have that down here.
Mariano's, Tony's,
Tony's.
You've been drinking a lot of Pib Zero, huh?
Burkhart. Actually, no, it's my first one.
Oh, okay. How many people out there can tell us where Tony Blu-ray is? Anybody know where Tony Blu-ray is? I know where he is.
Self-manipulating himself.
He's self-stimulating, absolutely.
So stimulating.
He texted me his answer. He said cure. Right off the bat. And then there was a picture of cream right on his coffee table. And I said, oh.
He should
Anyhow.
just. Why didn't he just come
Listen,
in and say something?
There's the
about
reason
it?
why that creamer floats.
I don't know. Tony's Tony.
I'm gonna text him right now. Say that in chat, bitch. Are you a bitch? Say it in chat. Are you a bitch?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Shameless product placement, guys. Shameless product placement.
Andrew says he's watching VHS. Why? Why are you watching a VHS, Andrew?
Vehicular
Listen,
homicide.
did you know, dude? Did you know DVDs are technically obsolete right now? Like pawn shops don't even buy them anymore.
I know that. I think I'm the one that told you that.
Dude, that's fucking insane.
Yeah,
Like-
I have a fucking garage full of DVDs that I have like no use for.
You gotta go to a flea market and just open a table for a day.
Wait, you have VHSs,
It's
you
selling
said?
for
Or
like
DVDs?
$1.
I have DVDs.
Okay.
I
VHSs
have,
are
like-
collectors now. They're worth a lot of money.
Are they really?
So are cassettes. Lots
How
of
about
money.
how about the Rugrats orange tape?
I don't know.
I got-
Possibly.
Dude,
I know our buddy Jamie, he sold a cassette
that's
tape for
fucking
like
buck.
$200.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Anybody
Well,
pay anything for shit?
DVD light show. Yeah.
DVD light show.
We could do
All
that,
right, all
Lars.
right.
Just lend us a microwave that you want to destroy, and we'll do it. I don't know what the hell that was.
Who's gonna fucking put their DVD in a micro? Whose fucking microwave we're gonna use? We're not gonna use
That's what I
mine.
said. Donate us some microwave to
Go.
use, and we'll do it.
Yeah.
Just go get it
Oh,
at
yeah.
the.
Or
Salvation.
you guys could, donate some cheddar. Or go get one at like, Goodwill
At
or some
Goodwill.
shit.
Goodwill
Get a cheap
microwave.
one at Walmart for $20.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about us fucking with radiation and shit.
You know what? I always
You
want
plug
to
it
make
in
a
outside.
radiation gun out of microwave.
That's still scary. What if something happens? Don't
Don't
you need a permit to blow shit up in your fucking backyard?
I
No.
volunteer tribute.
I volunteer to contribute. Yep. Okay.
I'll go hit the button.
I feel like Brian's the type of guy to fucking light fireworks in cars. So I feel like this is right up his alley.
I guarantee.
That should have been the damn intro to the video this week.
It's not dangerous. Shit, get the fuck out of here. I don't know. We'll see. We'll discuss it. We'll weigh the pros and. I'm gonna ask Google later. What happens when you put a DVD in a microwave and start it?
I'm just gonna look it on YouTube.
It's
some
gonna
You
be
some
like
asshole
know
out
some
there.
dumbass done it.
Of course, there's
Some
like
asshole's done it already.
dude. There's a YouTube page dedicated to Let's Microwave It, and they even microwave like shotgun shells and ammunition shells in the microwave. See how long it took before they go off. It's crazy stuff.
That sounds like a terrible
That's
idea.
just
It is a fucking terrible idea. Let's just randomly fire off ammunition at anybody coming by.
at least like, do they put like a barrier or something around it?
They
like,
hid
what the
behind the
fuck?
truck and they're out in the woods. That's the barrier behind the truck.
Yeah, that's smart. Let me fuck up the only vehicle we have in the middle of the woods.
Crazy.
I feel
Apparently
like that was a
you
red
can
dumbass
YouTube it.
moment.
Andrew says you can YouTube it. I guess you've seen it.
Pretty sure some dumbasses filmed it already. Like,
Yeah. Pretty
we
sure.
gotta do
Yeah.
it in the middle of a parking lot with a camera on a table next to it, and then us like, well, I'll be fucking 2,200 fucking miles away, but you guys gotta get like 100 feet away.
Nice.
One, two, three, not it.
Well, okay, so since you guys aren't really going
Get the
into what
ball
you want to
rolling,
talk about.
Brian. Brian,
Oh,
what you
okay.
got?
What?
What you got
I
for
was-
us, Brian?
I was gonna say something, but go ahead, B. What's up, man?
Not too much, man. Like I was gonna sit here and like talk about like some music shit going on, but there's really not much going in like the music industry. Like,
Really? Yeah, you have nothing to say about the video you sent us earlier?
Yeah, that fake.
Oh, you mean
shit.
about the?
Yeah, I don't care if
Alright.
it's fake. That was pretty good.
Oh no, it wasn't fake. So all right, there's this gentleman. We'll call him Mr. A, who owns a company that I may or may not work for. We'll call it Company Z. And he, you know, it's really petty, but I really think he stole $10 from me. So when I confronted him about it, the dude blew me off. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make sure that he gets his $10 worth. So I went up, picked up $10 worth of smoke bombs, and drove by. And he had his window cracked and his door unlocked. So I threw him in his car.
You did what?
Wait, you didn't do
You
nothing?
didn't see the video?
Hey,
You should have waited
Whoa,
like
wait a minute.
72
Whoa.
hours to say that.
That's all hypothetical.
Whoa!
It's not hypothetical.
Whoa!
Okay.
This didn't happen.
No, it's all
It's a
hypothetical.
hypothetical thing?
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's a
Okay.
statement
No,
of
this is a story that someone told you.
yeah, this is a story that somebody told me that I had to borrow as my own, and
This is not true. It's a made up story.
Yeah. Satire.
Just in
Jokes.
case.
Ha, ha, he, he.
Just in case, though, Brian, you should probably memorize my phone number. just in case. Just memorize my phone number, buddy.
And if that does happen, you go punch yourself in the face repeatedly.
Oh my lord.
Are you the snitches get stitches type of guy?
So
no, I'm good.
So, Why don't you talk about that video that you sent to us not today, but like 2 days ago, that it had like Snoop on it and Dre and
Yeah, that's the video I'm talking about.
I know that's
So-
what you were talking about. That's why I'm getting a little more specific.
So basically, yeah, it was Dre, Snoop, and shit.
There was another one.
It was
Yeah,
Dr. Dre, Snoop, and DMX.
DMX. That's what it
DMX.
was.
That's right. Yeah.
What was that all about?
So basically, like,
That must
I
be
guess,
awkward for Nick. Just
Fuck.
saying.
I guess there was there's like an article going around talking about how Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, and DMX like came out with a song called "The Warning." So I'm sitting here like listening to it, and the beat sounds familiar. Um, and then like they started throwing clips of like Nick Cannon and shit in there. So I'm like, wait, hold up, what's this? Like, are they like, are they like going after Nick Cannon? Like they teaming up? So I listened to it, and then I sent it because I was like, oh shit, this might be a Nick Cannon diss track. But it turns out that it was lyrics from some of their heavier underground, not very popular songs. So you know, like I went through and I listened to it a couple times, and me being the overly analytical person, I took some of the lyrics that I took out, typed them in, and it gave me the songs that they were ripped from.
Oh, okay. Still cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I mean, I'd still love to see them, you know, work on something together, because just that little mix up that somebody did, actually, it was actually pretty good. I liked it.
And
so-
since we're talking about music and you're heavy into looking at YouTube and shit like that, why is Tom McDonald blowing up so bad? Like everybody's doing reaction videos to his music videos and everything. What's
You
going
know-
on there?
I think the biggest thing right now with Tom McDonald is, I think it really boils down to his lyrical content.
Mm.
He's this interesting, you know, interesting rapper who kind of, I guess he's been out for a little while. He's a Canadian rapper. He's been out for a little bit, but he's blowing up now because he's getting more, I don't want to say political, but it's a lot of it has to do with political content.
A lot of race talk, a lot of
Yeah, it's a lot of attacks against the social justice warriors, a lot of race talk, a lot of, you know,
hoopla.
pretty much. I mean,
Yeah.
basically, he's taken
That's some good shit.
he's taking the stuff from today, like the issues that we're facing, like the shit that we see on the news,
Mm.
and he's basically putting like a really, I want to say,
He's an
it's almost like
rapper,
a,
that's for sure. Like political rapper, very deep.
yeah, but on the same note, like it's almost satirical, really.
It's almost
'Cause, like,
what?
it's almost like he's doing a satire of the current political climate, because if you actually if you listen to it, a lot of it, like, it's like he's rapping about something that doesn't directly affect him, and he's blowing it out of proportion. Then he tones it back, you know, saying, "Haha, just kidding." Like,
Mm.
but I think definitely, I think the main reason he's blowing up is because of the content of his lyrics and how he's kind of attacking the current climate.
Have you heard the song "If I Was Black"?
I want to say yes, but I'd be lying if I gave you a definite answer. I think the only like Tom McDonald songs that I for sure have heard are "White Boy," "Politically Incorrect," and he has oh, what's the one that just came out not so much came out the other day, but there was
I
a
Hate
music
Hip
video.
Hop.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. You should listen to "If I Was
It was
Black."
very interesting.
Okay.
It's fucking pretty insane. But anyhow, I just wanted to get your take on him.
I mean, I like
Yeah.
him. Like I like him. He's an interesting character for sure.
I just, you know what I don't like about Tom McDonald, man?
Uh,
He looks like a fucking cartoon character. Like, he just looks like I don't understand why he looks the way he looks.
You know, a lot of people question the Joker that.
Question who?
The Joker that.
Did you just compare a comic book character to a human being in real life?
Listen, we all have a little bit of Joker inside. He's
That-
just
I
expressing it.
I totally agree. I'm not saying it. What I'm saying is like, I feel like the message gets lost because of his image.
yeah, I can see that.
Is it the Joker's supposed to be a clown, like positive, fun atmosphere?
Isn't
You know
he
what?
though?
You know
So,
who's got a whole lot of the
he-
Joker
he-
in them?
Mo Diggs.
I was gonna say Harley Quinn. She's got at least a couple
At
inches.
least 6 inches.
She has at least the tip. She has
Yeah,
at least the
just the
tip.
tip. Just the
At
tip.
least the tip of the Joker in her.
He doesn't want to ruin it.
No, but on that note, like I don't like to hate on anybody's image, man. Like that's his image and whatever, whatnot. That's the only thing that I don't like about him because I actually enjoy his music. I am
Yeah,
a subscriber to his page, and
he's
I
an interesting
like him.
character.
I like him a lot. So I feel like he's like he's the new one. You know what I mean? Like MGK's kind of fallen off.
He okay, so he knew what he was doing, he just did it with the wrong person. I think.
Yeah,
No,
Yeah.
no, no,
Yeah.
no,
He could have
no.
went after someone else and turned it into a career and then eventually get to that status, or maybe, you know, have done something different with him instead of trying that shit and he just ate shit.
Do you know
And-
how many beefs are out there right now? Just rappers beefing on rappers, and nobody gives a shit because none of them are Eminem. So you went after the top dog. You actually came strong, but you lied about how you did it. Number one. Number two, when he came back at you, then you quivered like a little bitch. And then you put that diss track on an album of singles. Every song on there,
Singles.
nothing corresponds with each other. Actually, matter of fact, Rap Devil and the song Lately are the only two songs that correspond with each other, and they're 4 songs apart on the album.
true.
And it's like an 11-song album, and literally every other song on there is just a single. It's a single song. The album tells no story whatsoever. I think MGK is moving too fast. He needs to take a page from Eminem and step away for a little bit. He needs to regroup.
And I think that's just what he's doing. Honestly, and I think that's just what he's doing because
But he
I
just-
after
haven't
Rap
heard
Devil,
anything from him.
He just dropped a track called Glass House.
right? But if you look at it, he's stepping away from the rap game completely. His new album is gonna be a pop punk album, similar to like Fall Out Boy, the you know how he's been touring with them and everything. He's actually going back to pop punk, and I think he's gonna stay there for a little while because he did say he was taking a little bit of a breather from rap.
Well, he should.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah, he should. Fucking, he's losing his shit. I don't know if it's all the drugs he's on or what's going on because he's obviously on drugs. The last 2 songs
Yeah.
he just dropped are strictly about drugs. Like Glass
Yeah.
House is about drugs. The other one that he dropped, it starts with 2 kids trying to buy NyQuil at a pharmacy. I forget the title of it. And then he also has another one called Diablo. And it's just not, you know, the first song I ever heard from MGK was a song called Alpha Omega. And bro, I fucking heard that song and I was like, this is the greatest rapper that ever lived. I was like, who the listen to what this nigga said. I just started fucking showing it to everybody, and like that was the song that I played like on the way to work, on repeat, getting ready for war.
I remember that.
Fucking every day, just fucking bumping it. And then when he's fucking picked this beef with Eminem after Kamikaze and shit, I was like, bro, MGK gonna come strong. Like I was one of his promoters. I was promoting that motherfucker. I was like, MGK gonna come strong. It's gonna be cool. He's gonna do this, and he did what he did, and then he acted like a little bitch afterwards. After fucking Kill Shot, Mister, you know what, man? I had something in my holster.
Did you buy his new album?
And I was like, I don't buy albums. I get them on Spotify.
Did you get his new album?
What, Binge?
No, Hotel Diablo. Everybody said it was pretty good.
I didn't get the whole album yet. I've only heard the last 3 songs he dropped.
I guess they said, why didn't he release this instead of this crap that looked like it was rushed, which was Binge.
Binge was rushed.
Yeah, Binge was garbage.
Binge was probably just a way to get a little money for this album.
Like they were all good songs. Like they weren't bad songs. It was just not an album. It's just not an album at all. It just had no feng shui. And then his interviews afterwards. Hell, you know he went off on a fan. He fucking he left his show, and you know how like they walk out and they'll sign autographs and shit. This fan had him signing a CD of his, and he mentioned something about the Eminem beef to MGK. So MGK signed the CD and then broke it in half in front of the fan and fucking like slammed it on the ground, put his middle finger in the fan's face. Then he walked over to a car that was not his and tried to get into the car thinking it was his. And then he said, "Oh fuck!" And then he walked 2 cars down and went to the car that he was supposed to get into. It's like, this is how you're reacting. Then you shouldn't have done this beef at all. You know what I mean? Obviously, you can't handle this shit.
Yeah.
He losing it. I agree with you.
And then fucking Nick Cannon with his stupidity. Finally, after the 3rd diss track, his bosses came out. Was like, "Yeah, we were just putting out clickbait." So it wasn't a beef ever. It wasn't really a beef. It was just him trying to fucking get people to come to him, just like we said. So it's all fucking music. Fucking industry is fucking crazy.
Fuck them people. They were horrible diss.
I'm Tom McDonald, bitch.
Tom McDonald had a bitch. E-I-E-I-O. And in that
like
bitch was the customer. E-I-E-I-O. With a 20 bill here and 60 over there.
Hold on,
40 there, everywhere.
We got a comment. It says, RVW, best white rapper ever, hands down.
I don't even know who that is.
Who the fuck is RVW?
It's definitely something we're going to take a note on and definitely check out. RVW.
I don't know. Andrew's the one who said
it. It sounds like a firehouse dance or some shit.
I don't know. I think for storytelling, like for song over song and album over album, like telling a dark, gritty story or just telling a story in general, I think right now NF is sitting at the top of the list for me.
Yeah.
NF is hard.
He's killing it right
Fuck
now.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
He's killing it. For sure.
Dude's got fucking bars for days.
And he's
and the way that
different.
he's got one story that spans 4 different albums, and each album has like 2 songs from this story. So like when you hear it and you get like, and it gets progressively more built up, it's kind of like the fact that he's telling the same story and he's, you know, like just his way with like lyrics, and he's on point. He's gonna be the next big white rapper.
All right. I like it. So why don't we move on from music? Angela,
right. What's up?
I heard that you got some shit you want to talk about.
So Marco has suggested I talk about conspiracies, so I said, fuck it. And sorry, Mark, but I fucked it up for you. I did conspiracies that turned real. So it's pretty interesting. Now, I know a lot of viewers, and I know myself and a few other of our hosts have played this game, Grand Theft Auto. Have any of you actually paid attention to the radio in the car when it's on?
Yeah.
Alright, so you know that there's the one radio talk show with Bob Laszlo? And he talks about conspiracies and a whole bunch of other shit that happened?
Yeah.
Well, this is a real individual for about the past 30 years. People have called a lunatic, crazy, da-da-da-da-da. Well, this man has gone about talking about bone density scanners and compulsion engines and shit like that. Like, you know, shit that we see in movies that are real. Well, that came true. They released information on the devices he spoke about, the propulsion engines, the engineering that he worked on, and a few other things that he had mentioned, and people just straight up thought he was fucking crazy. Another one was Bigfoot. Nothing. I got nothing from nobody.
What about
like
Bigfoot? Like, what are you talking about?
Like,
I don't even know what the
Yeah.
fuck a compulsion engine is. What fucking bone density matters are you talking about?
So it's a machine that fucking reads your bone density for your identity.
Okay.
So instead of just like, you know, a thumbprint or rectal scan or anything like that, it actually scans your bone density.
Whoa,
I thought your
wait.
bone density
You
changes
tell me
as you get older.
rectal scanners are a thing?
You know what I fucking meant to say. Oh
It
shit.
is a rectal scanner, Angelo. Does,
Angelo,
yeah, I'm
do
pretty
you
sure.
mean
Wanna
to
try it
Angelo?
out,
Do you mean to
Brian?
tell
You
me
can visit him.
that there's nobody out there walking around with the exact same rectum I have? Like my rectum is that unique?
Fuck you guys.
It's unique now. It's unique.
So anyway, the FBI actually holds documents in a file that fucking they released June 5th of 2019 on Bigfoot. So Bigfoot is actually a real thing that our Federal Bureau of Investigative Buddies have actually gone and sought out for.
Yeah. Where is he?
I don't fucking know.
So how do you know it's real?
I don't know. They have fucking evidence or some shit. I don't know what to tell you,
Oh,
man.
did
Look
they?
at the
Where's
file.
the? You have the video link?
So how do you know it's real?
No, I don't have.
Why do I hear myself playing back?
I don't know. Oh my god, I hear myself like repeat 3 different times.
Sorry,
I hear it
What is
playing
going
back.
on?
I was just trying to check
It's
something
just,
really quick.
it's just
Okay, those are pretty cool headphones, by the way, Mark.
so, right? Dope ass
It's a
shit.
It's pretty badass headphones. Okay, so Bigfoot's real is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Um,
And so apparently,
rectum
hollow-
scanners and compulsion engines.
I said rectal scanners.
Rectal.
Isn't that your
Fucking
rectum? Rectal? Your rectum? Isn't that what you're talking
What's
about? Or are
the
you
what's
talking,
the one? What's
are
it
you
mean for
talking
your
about
eye?
retinal?
Retinal. There you go. My
There,
bad.
okay. That makes a little more sense.
For a minute, I was gonna be like, wait,
Thinking
I
you're
have
talking
scanned
about
my
some
rectum and I
ass
haven't been
scanners.
paid for it?
Oh my god.
So, Hollow Earth is somewhat of a real thing. Apparently, 2014, scientists found water reservoir 3 times the volume of all oceans on the fucking Earth. Like 435 miles deep in the Earth.
Where?
Yeah.
In the Earth?
435 miles deep in the Earth. Alright.
Mhm.
They found this body of water that's 3 times the volume of all the oceans that we have on top of Earth.
Okay, hold on a second. Tell me the distance again.
It's like 435 miles.
435 miles into the Earth, there is a body of water that are bigger than all the oceans combined
Yeah, that we see.
that we can see.
That we know of too, because I don't think we really know.
I
how
don't think it's
shit
bigger.
is.
I think it's more volume, I think is what it said.
Yeah.
More volume.
Yeah, so that means that the water is denser down there.
It's like pressurized and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What else you got?
Alright. And last but not least, along with flat earthers and shit like that, this is obviously not real, but I find entertaining. Some dumbass thinks the moon is a scam, claiming to be projected, and would have to study for thousands of years to understand why.
I think we need to scan his rectum because he's on some shit.
Bro, he straight up he said he would have it would probably have to take him thousands of years to study and to understand.
The projection of the moon?
Yeah, and why would we project it?
Of our fake moon? That he needs to understand it? And it'll take him 1,000 years to understand a light projection of the moon?
Not 1,000. Thousands.
Oh, thousands!
Yeah.
To study something that's fake.
This is an official statement too. That's his
Christ.
official statement. I don't know what to tell you, but that's it for me.
Lord, give me strength.
So,
does anybody here know the circumference of the Earth?
It's 15 degrees.
Okay, I didn't ask you for its location in the universe. The circumference, the distance around the entire Earth. That's what I want to know.
No, I don't.
Can anybody give me that answer?
Yeah, I'll tell you right now. Hold on. 24,901 miles.
24,901 miles.
Yep.
Okay, so if the Earth goes around 23,100 miles, that means the Earth, from one point, if you cut through the middle and went all the way into it, you got to the other side, if you dug a tunnel to China,
yeah, it's about 22. It's 22.
It's 11,000. Then it's 11,000 feet, but only a 20th of a way in the Earth we found water. That's 3 times bigger than the water on the surface. How does it make any sense?
Volume.
Not bigger, denser.
Volume.
Yeah. So that means that if you were to walk on this body of water, you would probably be able to walk on it like Jesus did.
Yeah, well, yeah. And if you pressurize it enough, it could solidify to a rock form.
So basically, the pressurized water that they found 400 miles into the Earth is probably pressurized into rock form. So,
but do you understand why that doesn't make any sense?
Yeah, I get where you're coming from.
Do you understand?
You're thinking of the amount of water.
No, that's not what I'm thinking.
What are you thinking? What? It's water under the fucking.
Now this is another thing. This is another thing I want to ask you a question about. Supposedly, somebody was able to go 450 some odd miles into Earth and find 3 times the volume of water.
They use scanners and shit.
They use scanners.
Yeah.
So this little machine is telling you that there's water 450 something feet down, 450 something miles down, or whatever.
You do know at one point, America was competing against Russia to see who can get from one side of the planet to the other first, and they both we and they dug big ass holes into the ground, hundreds of miles.
Really?
Deeper than the height of Mount Everest.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. I don't believe that either.
Dude, there's a whole town based on it that was being funded by it, and then when
where's
they're like,
the hole?
"Oh, we're not."
Why haven't
That's what
I
he
heard
said.
about the hole? Why haven't I heard anything about the hole? Why isn't the hole a tourist attraction? Hey, come see the biggest hole on the earth. Come on over.
Dude, there's no coming back from that. They're
Why?
not going down there and getting your body.
I didn't say to go in the hole. Just to come to the hole.
Just a tip. Just
to look
the
at it.
tip. Just
Like
to
the Grand
tip.
like the Grand Canyon.
Look, you don't have to touch it, baby. Just look at it. Come on.
I mean, I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
Just,
You want to know?
Just
Listen,
just
you want to
poke it
know
with
who
your
needs to
finger.
get credit?
poke it with your finger.
Listen, Angelo. You want to know who needs to get credit about prophesizing the future? Whoever wrote James Bond movies.
Teddy Roosevelt.
Whoever wrote James Bond movies, those motherfuckers were prophets, because now we have phones that we can see our picture on and cars that park itself and blah blah blah. That's where you saw that shit before. You saw it in the movies, and now now they're here. You know, and all this kind of shit, like all that technology shit, man. Like it used to be so expensive to do, and now it's not. So now they're doing all this kind of stuff. But all this fucking conspiracy shit. Like, listen, I'm nobody to say that there isn't water underneath the ground, because most of the earth is made of water. There is 90% of the ocean we have not explored because it's so big.
True.
So the fact that this guy's trying to say that it's underneath the earth or whatever, whatnot, and it's pressurized and blah, 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 and et cetera, go fuck yourself. Because who the fuck are you to say that maybe the continents or whatever, the fucking land, it's almost like a funnel, like the way they build pallets at 5034. It gets real skinny at the bottom, it gets wide at the top, and we're living on the top. You know, they're talking about San Francisco any day now, just disconnecting from California.
Listen.
It's just gonna pop, gotta go. You know, all this shit going on underneath the ocean. Don't nobody know what the fuck's going on.
You know what conspiracy theory I want to know about?
What?
The fucking Simpsons being future, like fucking time travelers.
Nah, he's a time traveler, bro.
I mean, that's basically
He's
the
a
same
time
statement,
traveler.
except the media you chose.
He either is or knows someone that is,
He doesn't know shit.
or has a machine he can look at and sees the future.
Is it Newton? Is it Newton's
like-
theory?
One of the old porno machines on the corner of the street. You put a quarter in, chick flashes you with a picture.
Is it Newton's theory of relativity? Basically, anything that can happen will happen. Somebody
Yeah,
said
I
some
don't
kind of
see why
theory.
not.
So it's not that they're prophets; it's that eventually it's gonna fucking happen. It'll happen. You know, one day.
Yeah, but
We're gonna live on
in
another
the same
planet.
lifeline,
Yeah, I was
years
just-
apart,
it's
not
too
decades,
accurate.
centuries. No, years.
It's not like
Come
you
on
said
now.
the specific day it was gonna come or something like that.
day. No, but the episode aired.
Who the fuck
You
just
talking
mimicked
about-
me?
6-7 years later, it actually happened. Or
Well,
fucking.
they also said a lot of stuff the Simpsons got wrong too. But I think what Mo's talking about is Murphy's Law.
Murphy's Law of Relativity. There you go.
Whatever can happen will happen.
Angelo, go fucking shave your beard.
How about? Whoa, where'd you go? There you are. How about you trim yours to thicken it up?
No.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do that tonight since you told me to do it.
You should use like start off with an 8.
I'm gonna start you off at an 8 with the rectal scan. And, and let me tell you something right now. It's not gonna be 8 inches of length. 8 inches around.
It ain't happening.
Okay.
Like no.
No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna sit here and mimic me. Fuck you.
Dude, you do yourself so great. As I
I'm glad that you're Charlie Brown in this fucking scenario, and all you hear is whap 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 when I talk. Okay,
Pretty
motherfucker, son of a
I mean,
bitch. All right, we're done.
Your name days.
We're done with conspiracy. This is crazy. You're fucking me up.
They're not even conspiracies because there's real.
It's
Do, 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 do.
oh shit. No, I have a group chat with some buddies of mine that I grew up with, and
That show
there's
you winking assholes.
yeah, they do. They're fucking nuts. But one
Look
of
at
one
Mark's
of the
face,
buddies, one of the buddies I grew up with, he's kind of like, you know, there's always one on the team that gets made fun of all the time.
Yeah.
Okay, well, this guy is the guy that gets made fun of. So he goes over to my buddy Ray's house, and he decides to take a shower. Now, I love my friends that I grew up with. They're good people.
Wow.
You know what I
Why
mean?
do you-
But will I ever go to sleep in their house? No. Will I ever take a shower in their house? Hell no. Will I even take a shit at one of their houses? Hell no. Because the shenanigans that takes place with friends that you grew up with, it's just obscene. So this motherfucker goes over there. He goes to my friend Ray's house. I guess they went fishing or something. Then they come to Ray's house, and he goes to take a shower. So Ray gets his buddy to videotape him. He looks at the camera and he says, "There's been a Bigfoot sighting. We're gonna have to investigate this." He picks the lock to his bathroom, opens the door, and flings the shower curtain open while my dog's taking a shower. And he's standing there, and he got fucking like his pinky in front of his dick because his dick's that small. And he's like, "Oh!" yelling. And every now and again, Ray will post that picture in the fucking group chat just to make fun of this nigga. And then they wonder why.
Please tell me you gave it to Mark.
No, I'm not gonna do that to my boy. I'm not gonna do that to my boy. But fucking, oh my god, it's ridiculously hilarious. So I do believe you that Bigfoot's real. I've seen the video, and I just wanted to say that before we move on. Mark, you haven't said a word. Are you
What
okay?
do you want me to say about this?
I don't know.
Words. I want you to say words. Say word.
You know, I don't know
Apparently,
what
you guys
want
can
me
get
to
your
say.
rectal scans in Illinois per Angelo.
Listen,
Angelo is
listen.
giving out rectal scans, everybody.
The question should have been, if you're abducted and gonna be anally probed, would you prefer icy hot or alien spit?
Alien spit.
Yeah, I agree.
But what if it was like acid?
You
Well,
don't
then it's
know.
not going to
That's
work
not-
really good if I melt away.
So like you're just gonna sit there and try to crawl away in agony with your asshole just breaking
Melting?
apart like that delicious chocolate shell over the ice cream at restaurants.
Well, if they pour acid on my ass, that means I'm probably going to die, and the pain's not going to last that long.
No, I'm
You
saying
put icy hot on your
I'm
ass, it's
saying,
going
like,
to burn for a while.
They like straight up spit on their own dick and then fucking.
Why? Why would you say that? Wow. You're a sick fucking bastard, you know that?
I'm just saying though. So
I
would
think-
you rather have alien acid spit or icy hot?
I'm going to make Andrew very happy. It's questions like that that make you wonder why we haven't started the purge.
Wow.
I think
Whoa.
Andrew, I think
Your friend
Andrew already
died.
left. And
You're
didn't
an
even
ass.
hear that. That's what's funny about that.
Dude, Andrew heard rectal scan and he went to sleep.
I'm going to
He
sleep.
heard rectal scan. He said, "Fuck this! I gotta go. I can't. I don't know what these motherfuckers are talking about or what."
Oh my god.
All right. So we did some conspiracy stuff. I made fun of Angelo. I thought it was funny. I think everybody thought it was funny, even Angelo. Angelo made fun of me. Ha ha ha. We're over the top. So I've been doing some reading lately, and there's a lot of cool shit that's going to be coming out, man, fucking in entertainment. Like, if you're into Marvel or you're into Star Wars, things like that, there is so much cool shit that they're talking about that's coming out. I mean, it's amazing. Like, I'll start with Star Wars. Fucking they're going to release a new movie every year starting in 2022. So we're going to have at least 8 years of Star Wars from 2022 to 2030. So we're going to get a Star Wars film. I heard Obi-Wan Kenobi trilogy's back on the table. There's a Darth Vader trilogy in talks. There might be some movies with one of the newer characters, Rey. There's some good ideas being thrown out there, and whether or not they're coming out on Disney Plus or it's going to be a movie that you go to the movies to go see, I'm not sure. But I think it would make more sense if they did it on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
There's some cool shows coming out for Marvel, like WandaVision, and WandaVision's going to have episodes with Tony Stark. They're going to have episodes with fucking Captain America in it. They're going to have episodes with Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and it's going to segue into Falcon and Winter Soldier having their own show on Disney Plus. That's fucking cool. They just dropped a hint as to where they're going to go for the supervillain in Phase 5, and it seems like we're going to be led up to Galactus. And I mean, you got to come strong, and I mean, you can't come much stronger than Galactus. You know what I'm saying? So
that'd be pretty interesting.
Yeah, so Galactus, Blade's going to have the new Dracula. I mean, Marvel's going to be doing some really cool shit. They just dropped the Black Widow preview like 2 weeks ago. Looks fucking amazing. It's got some really cool actors in it and actresses. And there's some exciting stuff. Exciting stuff. You know who's in talks to be the new Ghost Rider?
No.
Norman Reedus.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Norman Reedus. Top 3 shows that need a new season. Andrew just asked me, what's the top 3 shows that need a new season? I don't know, Andrew. It's a lot of good shows out there.
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and throw like this one in. I don't know if you guys have DC, like the DC Extended Universe app or anything like that, but I feel like Swamp Thing deserved to be reboot for another season.
Ooh. I don't agree.
Those are fighting words.
So, you want to hear a funny story about Swamp Thing? So, apparently, like, Swamp Thing was a thing when I was younger. They had toys, there was a cartoon, whatever, whatnot. And my friend Ray used to get toys. His mom would buy him toys. My mom would buy me toys. But for some reason, they never bought us the same toy. So they bought him a Swamp Thing toy, which was the one where like the hand extended from the arm, and then you can like pull back whatever you put in the hand or whatever, whatnot. And the one I had was the one that he looked like a tree and do shit. So,
I feel like there's a lot of resentment in that statement.
Oh, dude, listen to how fucking shitty I was. He came over to my house and I seen his toy. I threw his toy behind my furniture so that we couldn't get it. And then he was like, hey, let's get my toy. And I reached back there. I couldn't get it. I was like, oh, man, I'm sorry. I couldn't get it. I guess you'll just have to come back and get it. And he left and he went home. I fucking pulled the furniture out, pulled the toy out, played with the toy. And then another funny Swamp Thing story. No. He had the live action Swamp Thing movie with Lisa Lockhart. That's her name. Lisa Lockhart was in it. And shit, she was blonde, big titties. Freaking, he left that at my house. To this day, I haven't seen the live action movie. I have not seen it. But one day he came to help us move, like 12 years later, and he saw it there. And he's like, that's my fucking movie. You stole my motherfucking movie. I'm like, I didn't steal nothing. Fuck you, I haven't even seen it. So, no, I am not a Swamp Thing fan, man. I thought that movie was bad, and I just I can't wrap my mind around it. We all start laughing because he fucks Lisa Lockhart in that movie. So we all say he grew a pickle. He grew a pickle and fucking banged her.
Now, Are you talking about Swamp Thing, or are you talking about what was it, The Man in the Swamp or whatever, the Marvel movie?
No. I'm talking about Swamp Thing. Definitely Swamp Thing.
Are you sure?
100%.
Because I feel like DC never made a Swamp Thing movie.
They did in the 80s.
1982.
You have to look it up.
Um,
There you go.
The female characters in there are.
Oh, see, but that was. Oh yeah, I guess Wes Craven did make one back in the
Yeah,
'80s.
that's Craven.
Terrible movie.
There's two.
Terrible movie.
There's three different females. Adrienne Barbeau, who played Alice Cable. Mimi Craven as Mimi Myers. And Nanette Brown was Dr. Linda Holland.
I'm pretty sure Lisa Lockhart's in that movie. Hold on a second.
I feel like Lisa Lockhart was in the Marvel movie.
You could be right.
It's an awkward silence. What's going on?
We're trying to look.
Well,
it up.
I'm looking it up, so I mean, feel free to talk amongst yourselves. Adrienne Barbeau, wow, she's the lady from Carnival.
Yeah.
She's the snake lady.
Y'all want some?
Yeah, you're right. And Lisa Lockhart's not in it. You're probably right about it being that Marvel movie. Let me just make sure. I guess that's not her name. What the fuck's her name? I don't know.
Woman.
I'll figure it out another day.
Let's
All right.
Google big titties and Swamp Thing. See what comes up.
Big titties and Swamp Thing. I like it.
What came up? What porn parody came up?
Joe was like, ooh, let me know what came up, guys. Let me know.
Pickle dick for the rectal scans. Pickle dick for the rectal scan.
Apparently it is Adrienne Barbeau who's the one who
Yep.
boobies are out in that thing.
Yep. She had some big uns too. Apparently Andrew says that Swamp Thing was the start of the DC downfall. I think the start of the DC downfall was Superman.
Yeah, I agree. Actually, you know what? As an avid Batman fan, I feel like Batman Forever was the start of the downfall.
Yeah. I don't disagree with that. I thought
Like-
Superman Returns was good.
The one with the guy from DC Legends of Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was okay. I liked it.
I thought Superman Returns was good. But the Superman that started this universe was not very good. Batman versus
Cavill.
Superman was definitely not very good.
Yeah, Cavill.
Justice League was enjoyable,
Yeah.
but still not that great. Wonder Woman was great. Aquaman was okay. I don't see what's so cool about Shazam. And
I
why
feel
is
like
Beast Boy not green on Teen Titans? Why is he not green? I want to know why. Why'd you change that? Why would you change that? That's like it's a function of the icon. So, anyways, DC is definitely a fucking notch below Marvel. I would say at least 20 notches. They got to really come up with their game. playing better. I hope Twilight Batman is better than Ben Affleck
Ben Black,
Batman. Batfleck.
I thought they weren't doing that anymore. That he pulled out.
That's what I
No.
thought too, but no, it's not true. They actually have several villains in the movie.
Yeah, it's like fucking 6 of them at this point.
Yeah, the Riddler's in it, Two-Face is in it, Poison Ivy's in it, Catwoman's in it, Penguin is in it.
Is that
And there's
because
somebody
they're
else.
compensating for Twilight?
I don't know what they're doing, but I think that's a real bad fucking move.
I agree.
All right, Andrew, have a
fucking
good night,
agree.
man. Hope you go to Busch Gardens. I think putting too many villains that's just not a good move. It's not a good move.
Nope.
So we'll find out real quick. But I read some shit also I'm on a Marvel page, and it kind of made me sick because I don't even understand why this was a conversation.
Oh,
It-
shit.
The post started with calling Stan Lee a bigot. And it showed two different posts. It showed a person saying Stan Lee was a bigot because he refused to make Spider-Man gay because they were trying to get him to change characters. And they quoted him saying, trying to make Spider-Man gay is just because you guys are queer-washing the industry. And Spider-Man was not written gay. So then somebody wrote on another post, whoever posted this is only posting like half the truth or whatever. I didn't investigate. I should have. But that Spider-Man was an iconic character that has already been around for I don't know how long. To make him gay would to change the entire character.
Mm-hmm.
Stan Lee created the X-Men to show his support for equal diversity
Mm-hmm.
and things like that. And if you actually looked even further into the comic books, like, say, the New Avengers, two of the Avengers on the teams who are brothers are actually gay on the Avengers team. Like, they are gay. So it was just that Stan Lee didn't want to change his characters.
Yeah.
So this is my question. What the fuck does it matter if Spider-Man is fucking a guy or he's fucking a girl? He's still Spider-Man.
He's still able to fuck both at the same time. These motherfuckers shoot webs.
I mean, he's got 8 legs. You can do it. So I mean, like, we're already going into 2020 now. Like, why is this content to talk about? Like, I don't understand. I don't get it. Who cares? Who cares if he's gay or straight? What does it matter? What's the difference?
As long as he's a superhero, you're right. Doesn't fucking matter.
He's fucking Spider-Man. Who fucking cares? I'm more excited that he's shooting webs, climbing fucking buildings, swinging around New York like he owns the whole fucking town, and saving people and fighting villains. That's what makes him cool, not the fact that he's in love with Mary Jane.
Yep.
You know? I mean, am I wrong? It made me sick. And then to hear some of the comments, to read some of the comments on the thing, I couldn't believe it. Like, I just couldn't believe it. I was like, you guys are fucking dumb. Like, I almost want to leave this page.
Shit's real.
Hell yeah, man. I fucking mic dropped them on a comment. Nobody commented after mine. So, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much everything I've heard. And I don't know if you guys want to talk about it or not, or have any questions.
Well,
No questions about that.
damn it.
You know what's pretty exciting though? You seen the games
What?
coming out this next year? It's insane.
You mean the Marvel Avenger game?
I'm not talking about just Marvel, okay? Because we talk about is Marvel on here. There's a fuck ton of games coming out.
Like
Sick
what?
Yeah.
games coming out.
The new Diablo?
If you're into like 3D art and graphics, Ora and the Will is one of the first games coming out February 11th. And it's kind of like a 3D graphics / like animation style. Very interesting, very moody looking, and everything like that. something that's like
What's it called?
pushing Ori and the Will of the Wisp. Something about spiders.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
That
it
was a
looks
good.
like
That's
it looks insane. Like the graphics look crazy.
I feel
yeah. I
like that
like
was a
the
book.
first one.
It could be. I didn't go into it in detail. Final Fantasy VII, the remake's coming out in March.
About fucking time.
It's like that's everybody's been waiting for that for freaking ever. I'm excited
Fucking 10
for
years later.
Animal Crossing, coming out March 20th. New Animal Crossing finally.
Okay, okay.
If you're a fan of Sekiro or Tsushima, like those kind of Dark Souls combat games, Neo
Fuck
2
no,
is
I
coming
hate
out.
them.
And it looks crazy as hell. Like the guy's face is like half like Japanese demon and everything like that. Doom,
Kind of sounds like Bleach.
the Eternal is coming out, and the graphics look freaking nuts on that game. Another Doom game's coming out March 20th. If you're into vampire games, Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines Part 2 is coming out in March as well. A game that started out as kind of a joke, Conan Chop Shop, is coming out sometime March, April. And
Fuck is that?
it's kind of like
Chopping food.
like think about four-person combat arena. You remember that TV game that came out for the Super NES? It was like a TV show, and you're like 4 versus 4, and you're like trying to kill each other and stuff like that. It's kind of like that. It's like a 4 versus 4 arena type game. Looks
Battle
pretty interesting.
Royale.
Cyberpunk's coming out in April.
I cannot. Yeah, I can't
It's gonna be
freaking wait for that
nuts.
one.
It looks amazing. Trials of Mana is coming out near the end of April.
Very nice.
If you're a fan of like the Legend of Zelda kind of look and everything like that, and the style, the creators of that made this game called Genshin Impact. You could switch characters. You could be a female character, or you could be I guess it's kind of like almost like a female version of Zelda.
So it's Zelda.
The kids will be excited that Minecraft Dungeons will be coming out. They're going to release Dungeons to Minecraft. First-person shooter games. A new one's well, this is the third of it. Wasteland 3, kind of what inspired Fallout, and it's kind of in the 1980s type of era. Looks pretty interesting. And what Mo was talking about, Marvel's Avengers, come out May.
I already pre-ordered it.
The Last of Us Part 2 comes out.
How many
still waiting
Last
for
of Us are
Dying
they gonna
Light.
come with?
Well, this is Part 2, so I don't know. I don't play it, so I don't know.
I thought it was
Is
The
it
Last of Us last
remastered?
time.
Well,
No,
The
it's
Last
part
of
2.
Us. No, The Last of Us hasn't gotten a part 2 yet. The Last of Us came out on PS3 and then they remastered it for PS4.
Yeah.
And then
But this is gonna be a
Empire
sequel.
of Sin comes out in late 2020, so we can pretend like we're in Chicago with Angelo. It has to do with 1933 crime underworld, and it looks like you can
What is
play it
it?
multiplayer. The Empire of Sin, set in 1933 Chicago during the criminal underworld. So you like have prohibition, stuff like that going on. It's pretty interesting. There's an Avatar game coming out late 2020. Halo Infinite is coming out in time for the holidays in 2020.
Yeah, I'm excited for that one.
Overwatch 2 is coming out later of 2020. if people want more than just the fighting version, this is supposed to have more first person um, story to it. Total War Saga, um, doing with Troy, is coming out. I don't really know anything about that. Beyond Good and Evil 2 is coming out, which that looks pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Um,
Nice.
Dual Universe, which is a Kickstarter promoted game. The public funded this game. It's supposed to be like Eve. I don't know if you guys ever played Eve or No Man's Land or No Man's Sky. It's supposed to be like that. Finally, we're getting a advanced graphics flight simulator from Microsoft. The last one came out in 1982. Now we're gonna, 2006. And now we're gonna get a modern version of it. Diablo 4 will be coming out 2020. I will be buying that game for sure.
I think we all will.
Yep.
Gods and Monsters will be
Storybook.
coming out. Yep, storybook adventure. Yep. Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Quarantine, which looks like a crazy ass alien Resident Evil thing.
I was really disappointed with Siege.
Well, hopefully this will be better for you then.
It's not gonna be like Rainbow Six from PS2.
I don't
It's
think it'll
a,
ever be that way.
It's a co-op versus environment game. It's supposed to be like what Siege did for PvP. So it's like it shows an above person view and like 4 people and like a bunch of creatures kind of invading from the sides. Maybe it'll be interesting.
We'll see.
The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, the sequel, will be coming out. That
Yeah, I still can't even figure out the first one. Shit. It's been like 2
figured out
years.
the first one. You don't have to figure it out, then you just play. It's hours and hours,
Well, bro.
hundreds of hours of playing.
What game?
Yeah, I clocked like 26 point something hours in like 2 years.
Legend is Zelda.
Horrible.
Well, you need to play it more because, like, in this house, there's about almost 300 hours clocked into the game. Still haven't beat it. 300
Shit,
hours.
I beat it. I beat it in 24 hours, but it wasn't 100%. I'm doing the 100% run now.
No,
Yo,
I'm
just
not
tell me
gonna
what you use for the bosses and where to get it. Like, where the fuck do I get the jacket to go in the cold?
Oh, dude. Oh, that's the easy part.
Get the fuck out of here. That's the easy part.
It
I've been
is.
to like, I think almost all the beasts except for the cold one. And I can't go in the cold because my ass starts freezing.
There's
So-
I'll give you a rundown later.
So, Bayonetta 3 is coming out.
You're gonna
If
be
you don't know
in-
about that game, you're not a guy.
I don't know about that game. I'm pretty sure
Bayonetta
I
is
got
like
it,
a
though.
big titty
Bro,
shooter.
I'm out of the game.
Basically, you play this heroinist with like tight clad clothes and she just kicks ass. That's been one
So
of the
you're
biggest-
playing as a woman?
Yeah,
You play as a woman with tickle bitties.
yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I like watching a woman with tickle bitties fight and shit, but I don't really like being her. That's just me, I guess. I don't know.
You're not really her. You're just playing a video game and you have visuals. That's all you really have. I don't really know what else to say to you.
I mean, you don't pretend you are who you are. Like when you play Diablo, do you pick a female character or do you pick a male character?
It just depends.
It depends.
Yeah, it just depends. What looks cooler, the guy or the girl? Sometimes, like, the guy has, like, wrinkly old skin and, like, he looks like he's like, so I'd rather pick the girl.
Are you making fun of my barbarian?
I'm not talking about the barbarian. I'm
you-
talking about the witch doctor. The female version is way more better to deal with than the old man with the saggy skin everywhere and the saggy
Yeah, kind of
balls.
crazy.
No, thank you.
So you'd rather be a woman than old?
They're both old, but saggy titties or saggy balls. It's like okay.
I don't know. I guess you're right.
All right, only a couple more games left. No More Heroes 3, which is a really
I didn't know there
extreme.
was a second one.
Apparently there was. Wait, it came out 2019 is why the second one came out. No More Heroes 2 came out in 2019. So just must have just barely missed it. Another awesome looking Japanese game, Ghost of Tsushima is coming out. Another third person action. Persona 5 is coming out. If you're a fan of Assassin's Creed, creators of Assassin's Creed made Skull and Bones coming out.
Oh my god.
There's a lot of games coming out. These are just the games that people are hyped for. There's tons more. Watch Dogs Legion is coming
Yeah,
out.
I'm excited for Watch Dogs. Yep, that's my shit right there.
Disintegration, which looks crazy. It's like Halo meets like
Fuck you, Mo.
jetpacks and Star Wars and crazy robots and shit. Yakuza comes out.
That's gonna-
This is supposed to be Yakuza number 7, which is. Do you guys remember the old like '90s games where like you just go on the street and you're just beating the crap out of people?
Yeah,
Like the fighting games, like the side-scroller fighting games. Well, this is a gang game, the Yakuza, obviously Japanese mob, and you go in the streets and you have health bars and you start getting into fights. It looks fun. Looks like a lot of fun to play with a bunch of friends.
It's what is the Yakuza Japanese or Chinese gang?
This is Japanese mob. Is
Yakuza?
what the Yakuza is. But
That's
you're basically
Japanese
the Japanese
GTA.
mob, and you're just going out in the streets and getting into fights and everything like that.
It's not just the Japanese in the GTA. It's an actual mob. Yakuza is a real thing.
I know that.
Okay.
Oh, here's a
Sure.
better game. What's that game? Shit. It was real big with 2004. The Mobsters. God damn it. PS3 too.
I did a lot of drugs in 2004.
Not 2004. Fucking shit. PS4. PS3.
Okay.
I can't
when
think
it
of the
comes to
fucking
you think
game.
about it, let us know. But after Resident Evil 7, Capcom started on a new series of games, kind of like Resident Evil. It's like horror / action genre, and it's called Project Resistance. It's not apparently it's not a horror survival. It's more like a competitive game where you survive against other players, kind of like Dead by Daylight or Friday the 13th. It looks kind of interesting. The graphics is pretty good. Deadly Premonition's coming out, and like the last game that people are excited for is World of Warcraft is making another expansion, Shadowlands.
I never got into World of Warcraft, but it always looked like a game I wanted to play.
There's still tons of people playing, I guess, so must be something to it. They're supposed to be getting to level 130 now.
Holy shit. I still remember back in the day playing Diablo 2. That was fun.
Diablo 2 is probably one of the better ones ever came out.
I had like a super poisonous fucking two-handed sword that like just demolished whoever I hit it with. Fucking demolished them. But that's pretty cool, man. We've got to keep our eyes open for some of those games.
Right.
But it's getting to that hour, man. It's 10:35.
Yeah.
I think it's time to call it a night. What do y'all say?
Yeah.
Shit. Gotta get
I
up early,
believe
so.
Yeah. Well, thank y'all so much for those of you who came out. If you like it, hit us up with a comment if there's something you want us to talk about, investigate for you. If you haven't already, hit the like button, the subscribe button, the follow button, the anything button so that you know that we're on.
Yeah. Share it with
And
your
my
friends.
light
Tell your
apparently
friends
went
about
to
it.
sleep.
Come in and like
Yeah.
talk shit together.
Yeah.
Who cares? We'll deal with it.
Yeah.
I'm inviting all the trolls. Share it with your friends. Come out next week.
Please. Come
For
out here and
every-
make fun of us.
For every like, comment, and share, I'm pretty sure Angelo is willing to do a rectal scan.
I know he
Look
is.
at me.
I know he is. I know he's excited. My lamp knows it's time to call it a night, so it turned off on me. But all right, guys, have a good night. Thanks for coming out.
All right, night guys.
Appreciate it.